Buzzer TV presents vintage game shows on Amazon.
High card, low card, make your call. Pick 'em right, you'll win it all on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
I like that poem a little bit, Gene. Hello there, welcome to Card Sharks. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us in the studio audience. We crowned a new champion as time ran out last time, and we're going to meet a new challenger, so let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, start loading in the cards. Two brand new decks, and now let's meet our players on Card Sharks. Hello, Lee and Alex, our champion. Won't you remind us again about yourself?
I'm a pre-med student at the University of Utah, and I live in San Clemente, and I'm a life master in bridge.
Well, congratulations. And you did a fine win as we left off, which got your winnings up to what you told me.
$5,000.
Yeah, that's a magic number for you. Why?
Yeah, because it's exactly the amount that I was going to apply for my student loan at school next year.
That's terrific.
Yeah,
so now,
I don't have to have a loan.
That'll be 1 year in college. That's good. Nice to have you back, Lee. Good. And our challenger we're meeting for the first time, this is Kim Sempreviva, right?
Right.
Hello, Kim. Nice to meet you. Tell us about yourself, please.
I'm originally from New Jersey, and I live 3 blocks.
Where from in New Jersey?
Westfield.
Oh, yes. I used to live in Ridgewood. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but I thought we might know somebody in common.
Really? I live 3 blocks away from here, and I'm a very, very fine oil painter, and I'm selling my work and doing really well with it.
Now, that's nice. I'm a very, very fine. That's terrific. You got confidence.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to get here?
About 5 minutes walking.
You just walked over to the studio?
Yes.
Nice to have you here, Kim.
Thank you.
Good luck to both of you. Each player has their own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go on the air. And the upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Lee. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by the challenger, Kim. The object of the game, work your way across the board, predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. But before you can begin calling high-low in the cards, you have to answer a high-low toss-up question, and they're all based on a poll of 100 people. And we'll start with the first question for our champion. We took a confidential poll of 100 married men and asked them, if you wanted to have an affair, do you think you could do it without being caught by your wife? How many married men said they could get away with it?
Okay, most men are pretty conniving. At least they think they are. I'm going to say 75.
75 out of 100 married men said, yeah, they could get away with it. Their wife wouldn't find out, Kim. What do you think, higher or lower?
I think it's lower. I think it's easy to spot if someone's telling the truth.
You say it's
or not.
lower. Well, if it is lower, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be our champion. The actual number of married men who said they could get away with having an affair without being caught is 48. It's lower. Kim. Yeah. All right, Kim. We'll take a look at your base card. You have a 3. Good card. You want to play that?
Yes, and I will go higher.
Higher than a 3. It is a jack. And remember, you can freeze or continue at any time.
I'll continue and go lower.
Lower than a jack. It is a 7.
I'm going to freeze.
This time she'll freeze. We'll move the freeze bar over. Can't take those cards away. Kim needs just 2. And the question to you, Kim. We took a confidential poll of 100 married women. I'm sure you can guess what's coming. We asked them, if you wanted to have an affair, do you think you could get away with it without being caught by your husband? How many married women said they could get away with it?
I think as a woman it's easier to get away with things than as a man, being that I'm a woman.
I see.
Okay, I would say about 48.
And you would probably be a very, very fine one at that too, Kim, right?
I think so.
48. Higher or lower, Lee?
I think women have too big a head, and they're going to think that they can get away with it. So I'm going to say higher than that.
Higher than that.
Right.
The actual number of married women who said they could get away with having an affair without being caught is 48. Right on the button, Kim. Yeah. It was exactly the same. I hope that they were exactly the same couples, too, because they deserve it. Kim, you want to change that 7 or play it?
I sure do.
Here's the next card off the top of your deck. It is a 4.
Oh, great. I'll go higher on that.
Higher than a 4. A 9. Now, 1 card to go, but a difficult card, a 9.
I want to freeze.
You'll freeze, needing just that 1 card. But again, you've kept Lee away from his cards, and you would give him a free chance if you made a mistake, so your strategy might pay off. Lee, our man on the street this time traveled to Australia.
Australia.
Italy, Australia, I get sent to Burbank. Our roving man on the street polled 100 married men in Sydney, Australia, and asked them, are you the boss in your home? How many Australian men said they were the boss in their home?
Ooh, I've never been to Australia. It would have to be a wild guess. Ooh, I'd say 75.
75 Australian men say they're the boss. Kim, higher or lower?
That's a good answer. I think it's a little higher, though.
Higher. The actual number of Australian men who think they're the boss in their home is 65, not higher. Lee, first chance to look at your base card. Starting with a 5. You want it?
I'm going to change my base card, please, Jim.
You must play this one. It is a 10.
Okay, I'm going to go lower on the 10.
Lower than a 10. A 4.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to go on and say it's higher than the 4.
Higher? It is very much
It's
higher.
a
A king.
Lower than the king.
Continuing on, lower. Oh, no, it's an ace. It's not lower. And you lose all 3 of them back to the base card, and that gives Kim a free chance to play off the 9. Call this for the win, Kim.
I'm going to say lower.
If this is lower, you've won the first game in our best 2 out of 3 match for the win. No, it's not lower. It's a king. Janice will fill in the spaces, and Lee got away with that one. The final question, it is sudden death. Someone has to win on this play of the cards. Control, most important. Kim, we asked 100 women, have you ever fired a gun? How many women said yes, they had?
Oh, I think it's pretty low. I'm going to say about 20 women fired a gun.
20 women have fired a gun. Higher or lower, Lee?
Boy, can you repeat the question,
Yes.
please?
We asked 100 women, have you ever fired a gun? How many women said they had?
I think it's higher than 20.
Say higher. The actual number of women who have fired a gun is 51. It's higher, Lee. Very much higher. Now, Lee, you've got control. Listen carefully. We've got a very interesting board for sudden death. Lee, you have a 10. You can play it or change it. Try to turn over these 4 cards. If you make a mistake, Kim wins the game. However, you can force Kim to play off not that very good card, a 9, but she needs only 1. If she made a mistake, the game is yours. Your decision. You want to play it with 4 or force Kim to play it with 1?
I don't trust myself. I'm going to let Kim play.
With 1 card, you're going to let her play it. All right, Kim, call it.
Lower.
If this is lower, you have the first game. If it is not lower, Lee has the first game. Lower than a 9? Yes, that's a 3. It is lower. Game number 1 and $100 to the challenger, Kim. And Lee, the strategy backfired. Just needed that 1. We'll see if Lee can make a comeback right as we take time out for this. Janice will clear the board. All right, Kim, you've got the first game and $100. Lee's got to make a comeback if he wants to add some more money to his college fund. Janice, if you will, deal out the cards for the next game. Same 2 decks of cards, so if you can remember what's been played, it might help you. And we'll start with a question to you, Lee. We asked 100 men a ridiculous question. If, we often do, if on your wedding night you discovered your wife had a tattoo reading, "Property of Big Al," and your name wasn't Al, would you be outraged? How many men said yes, they would be outraged?
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty much of a joke. I don't think on their honeymoon, they're in love. I think 15 men.
I got to hear this up close, Lee. What?
I think about 15 men would be outraged.
15.
15.
Because they were in love, the others would not be.
I think they would think it would be funny.
I see. Jonathan Goodson, you have a warped staff. Higher or lower, Kim?
I'm going to say it's a little bit higher.
You say a little higher. The actual number of men who would, but they're in love, so okay. The actual number of men who would be outraged to find their wife had a tattoo reading "Property of Big Al" is 78. I love the question. Kim, here's your base card. It is a 6. Do you want it?
No.
Changing to a 9. Not a
Not
good
much
change.
better.
Got to play it.
I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a 9. It is a 6.
And I'd like to freeze.
And to freeze right there. Interesting strategy. She's got the lead. She wants to put the pressure on you, Lee. Question to you, Kim. We has 100 married men in a California studio audience. Honestly now, is your wife smarter than you? How many men admitted their wife is smarter?
I don't think it would be very many. I'd say 17.
17. Higher or lower than 17 out of 100 admitted their wife is smarter.
Oh, men have a pretty thick head, but I'm going to still say it would be higher than that, higher than 17.
Same guys that don't like the property of Big Al, right, Lena?
Yes.
The actual number of married men who were smart enough to say their wife is smarter than they are is 36. It's higher, Lee. Yeah. Lee, your base card in this game is a 9. You want it?
No, I'd like to change it, please.
2. A king. Good
Much
change.
better. Lower than the king.
Lower than a king.
Right.
A jack. A little bit lower.
I'm going to go on lower than the jack.
Lower than a jack? No, it's an ace.
Oh.
You lose both of them. Back to the base card. And Kim, you play off the 6 and call this.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. It is a 10.
All right. I'm going to go higher.
You're going against the odds. Higher, yes? I just want to clarify. You can do whatever you want.
I want to go lower.
All right.
Lower.
I hope I'm not talking
I
you
wasn't
into
thinking.
anything. I just want to keep it straight for you. Lower than a 10. Oh! Your first instinct was the good one, and you lose both of those cards, but you don't lose that 6 because you froze there. Question to you, Lee. We asked 100 people. As far as you know, were you adopted? How many people said yes, they were adopted?
That can't be, if I would say 5.
5.
Yeah.
5.
5.
Did you hear that out of the audience?
Yeah.
Kim, he says 5 are adopted as far as they know. Higher or lower?
I'm going to say a little bit higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of people who are adopted is 3. No, it's not higher. Lee, you got it. Now then, Lee, we're still looking at a king. Do you want it?
Yes, I'll keep my king and say the next card will be lower than the king.
Lower than a king. It is a 9.
I'm going to go on and I say the next card's going to be lower than the 9.
Lower than a 9. A 7.
I'm going to freeze right there.
Freezing it there, needing 2 cards. Kim needs 3, and again, we're at a sudden death situation. Kim, we asked 100 grade school teachers in Southern California. Has a student ever given you an apple? We always hear that. How many teachers said yes?
I'm going to say it's about 25.
25 teachers have gotten an apple for the teacher. Higher or
Say
lower?
3rd graders.
These are just grade school teachers. 100 grade school teachers. Does it make a difference with the age? Yes? Grade school teachers. Has a student ever given you
I'm
an
going to
apple?
say higher than that.
Higher than
I think it's going to be
25.
higher than that, yeah.
The price of apples, I'm not sure. The actual number of teachers who said a student has given them an apple is 87. Very much higher. Lee. And again, in sudden death, Lee, you can change the 7, try to turn over 2 cards, or force Kim to play off. This time she has 3 cards. What are you going to do? Play it or pass it?
Kim play it, I think.
Well, the last time it paid off for Kim. Kim, you got 3
Right.
cards to do it with. Call this card.
I'm going to say it's higher.
If it's higher, you're still in it. If it's not, Lee has tied up the match. Higher than a 6. No, it is not higher, and Lee has tied it up. Yes. 1-1. The tiebreaker with just 3 cards and 3 questions coming up in a moment. So don't go away. Please watch. We've got a tie, $100 in one game for each of our players. Now let's get set up for the tiebreaker. And as they move over the bar, there'll be just 3 cards up there and 3 questions. So control of the board, most important. Lee, we asked 100 people, men and women, in a California studio audience. If a man goes astray, should he confess it to his wife? How many people said yes, a man should confess?
Oh, I think people are going to be pretty liberal. I'm going to just cut it down the middle and say about 55.
55.
Right.
55 say the man should confess. Kim, higher or lower?
You picked a good number there. I'd say just a little bit lower.
Lower. The actual number of people who said a man who goes astray should confess to his wife is 59. It's not lower. Lee. Wow, that surprised me. Lee, we'll look at your base card for the tiebreaker. It is a big ace.
Yes, I'll take that, and I'm going to go. Next card's going to be lower than that ace.
Lower than an ace. A 6. Now.
I'm going to say the next card's going to be higher than the 6.
Right away going for it. If this is higher than a 6, you remain the champion. If not, Kim still has a chance for the win.
Oh,
it is higher. You got it. Yes. Boy, that was a quick one, Lee. Congratulations. Kim, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I sure did.
You got $100 in cash. It said you didn't have to go very far. That's terrific, right? And, of course, some nice party gifts, too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kim. Lee, come on down here. Did great the last time.
Thanks a lot.
See if we can add some more right after we take time out for this. Good job. All right, Lee, you did good the last time you were up there with the money cards.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah, you got bad cards and played them well. So let's see if we can get good cards and play them well.
Boy, I hope so.
Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on up, Lee. Don't trip. No, get comfortable. Incidentally, you got to kiss goodbye. It looks very good on you. It's very becoming. Okay, here's how we do it. The $200 you won in the game, yours to keep. New money to play with. This time you're going to bet it. Starting on the bottom line, $200. Bet it as you will on these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money. And again, it's your decision how you bet it. You bet them well the last time, and $50 minimum bets till you get to the top card, the big bet. There you've got to bet at least half the money.
Okay.
Good luck. Here's $200 and a choice of 2 base cards. Starting with a 2. There's a great
Great card.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to bet $200 that the next card's going to be higher than the 2.
The whole thing. $200. Higher than a 2. Oh, no! Oh, it's not higher. It's another 2, but you're not out of it because we still have that other $200 of betting money and a good card. The 2 moves up. We give you back that $200. You've still got 4 cards to go and a great card. Come on, Lee.
Doesn't faze me a bit. $200 that the next card's going to be higher.
Gotta go with it. Gotta go with it. $200. Higher than a 2. Yeah, that's higher. Now you've got $400 and a jack.
I'm going to bet $100 that the next card's going to be lower than the jack.
Lower than a jack.
Right.
$100. It's a 7. It's lower. $500 and the 7, Lee.
$100 that the next card's going to be higher than the 7.
$100 bet. Higher than a 7. Oh, no, it's a 3. Not a bad trade,
It's
though.
a great card.
Yes, $400 and a 3. 2 deuces are gone. You've got about at least 2. You've got 4.
$400 that the next card's going to be higher than the 3.
Nothing or $800.
Right.
Higher than a 3 for the win. Yes, if you can, you've done it. Great comeback with $800, Lee. Good job.
Thanks a lot.
That rounds things off very nicely. Come on down here. You went from an even 5,000 to an even 6,000.
Thank you very much.
Good job on that, Lee. And we'll return right after we take time out for this. Please watch our sponsor's message, if you will. Lee Maddox, didn't do so well with those cards that time, but you're up to 6,000.
Yeah, I didn't get much of a break.
Yeah, but you're still doing good. You ready to meet a new challenger?
Sure am.
All right, let's deal out the cards, Janice. 2 brand new decks of cards, and let's meet our next challenger on Card Sharks. Hello, Renee Lackey. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Beautiful suntan.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself.
Thank you.
What'd you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, that explains the tan. Yes.
I cheat a little. And I'm currently traveling around gathering information and experiences for a book I'm trying to write.
Terrific. What's the book going to be about?
It's a tour guide for people who are oriented to the outdoor life.
Our man on the street could help fill you in on a lot of places, Renee. Nice to have you here with us.
Thank you.
You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards, while Lee plays the upper cards, the red cards. And the first question to you, Lee. We asked 100 pediatricians across the country, right? Children's doctor.
Right.
Have you ever been bitten by one of your patients? How many pediatricians said they'd been bitten by a patient?
Pediatricians said they've been bitten. Wow. I'm going to say, I think a lot of them have. 45.
45 have been bitten by one of their young patients, Renee. Higher or lower?
I'm thinking the children aren't quite that ornery, are they? I'm going to go a little lower.
You say lower. The actual number of pediatricians who put their hands in the wrong place at the wrong time is 32. It's lower, Renee. Yes. Renee, your base card is a 9. Do you want it?
I'd love to change it.
And you can indeed. It is a king. Good change. Call this one, Renee.
Lower, please.
Lower than a king. A 10.
I'll go one more time and go lower.
Lower than a 10, risking that card and this one, and making it with a 5. Now, 2 cards to protect.
I'm gonna be conservative and freeze, Jim.
You're going to freeze it right there. Move the freeze bar over. You need just 2 cards, and Lee needs 5. Why did you decide to be conservative? I'm curious.
I don't want to give him a chance.
Good thinking. Well, she's going to have to give him a chance next time we meet, and I do hope you'll join us on Card Sharks. Bye-bye for now.
One of our polling groups will receive Rickard's Model 806 sewing machine. Simple to use with many advanced features including open arm, stretch stitches, buttonholes, and more for the modern seamstress furnished by Rickard. And some of our contestants will receive from Gallery of Homes a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes Brokers. If you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And Cool Ray, fashionable sunglasses that win admiring stares while protecting from annoying glare. 86 eye-catching style. See what you're missing with Cool Ray polarized sunglasses. And Whammo. Turn off the heat and turn on slip and slide. 25 feet of cool, slippery, sliding water fun from Whammo. And Eureka's new ESP Extra Suction Power Vacuum. 50% more power, more beating, brushing, and cleaning action. 6-way height adjustment Eureka. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.